Welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at the top 10 AI coins outside of the top 50. We're going to start with DEXE, followed by IP, Injective, GRT, THETA, Virtual, Grass, AIOZ, AKT, and then we're ending with Golem at number 10. Let's get straight into it. DEXE against USD, we have a target fresh out of the oven at $9.50. We are almost breaking back under the skinny pink line, and once we break it, I suspect we're going to be clearing all these classes of cells, bringing us to under $6, sub $6, to this noisy area over here. I suspect we're going past $5 eventually, but as it stands, I think we're going lower. I don't think we're going any higher, and you can see that we're in a downward trend, as evident by the lower highs. Okay, it's lower highs, lower, bam, another lower high. Guess what's gonna happen? 950, boys and girls. DEXE, more likely than not, it's gonna go to 950. There should be a strong bounce here. More likely than not, we could also just slip all the way down. More likely than not, there should be a strong bounce towards the skinny pink line as it starts curving back down. We get a head and shoulders kind of a chart pattern. Bam! We drop towards $5 potentially. So as it stands, 950 is the target for DEXE. IP against USD. Here we are for IP. IP is... I don't know what IP is doing. Okay, this looks like to be like a squeeze, right? Symmetrical. Symmetrical triangles are usually bi-directional. It can either go up or go down. So in this case, it went down. And it went down by taking out these lows, right? There was a zip down. It came back up. I suspect we are still heading towards these lows over here. I suspect we're going to go past it down to potentially $2 to this nice area over here. I mean, of course, we could just zip higher, but from a trading perspective, there's just nothing much happening for story. Injective against USD. So for Injective, we made a call previously at $7.60, and we've already hit the target for Injective. There was a head and shoulders over here. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. Bam! We dropped down $7.60. So we were saying that very likely this noisy area would be hit, and it's already hit. I suspect, right? We're going to take out these lows as well eventually. I'm just going to mark this. I think we're going to take this out eventually. We are in a rally, small little rally, but I doubt we're going to take out these highs. We could, but I doubt it. Even if we were to take out the highs, right, I suspect we'll hit the skinny pink line. We'll form another bearish continuation chart pattern, and then we hit towards $5, potentially $5. So, ta-da! We've hit $7.60. A target which we acquired. When was this? Okay, wait, let me just get this to green. In February. It's already April, March, April. 2 months ago. So that's 760 for you, right? We mentioned this February 12th. Hey, Kevin. What's up, Kevin? What's up? Anyway, for Injective, yeah, we're in a rally. So we have to wait for the chart pattern to appear. I'm assuming that we're going to get a bearish continuation. And then more likely than not, we should be acquiring targets as well towards the downside. My guess is more likely than not, $5 for Injective. The graph against USD. Here we are for the graph. Okay, it's not looking good. Right, this whole thing looks like a rising channel. Rising channels usually break lower, and we've already broken lower. See, we broke the support. How much lower we're gonna go? No, I don't know. Again, there is a noisy area over here. Right, so you see, noisy areas are areas of strong support or either resistance. So there's resistance over here. So we got pulled back down. Here we are. Anything for us to work with? Nope. So we're just gonna move on from the graph. THETA against USD. Here we are for THETA. THETA is also very, very close to taking out. We are here though. There should be a strong response, but there isn't any. Oh boy. I suspect we're gonna clear these lows eventually. Oh my god! So there's just nothing much for us to work with for THETA at this point of time, right? So it's very important. This is a lesson. If you ever got in, I don't know, anywhere here, right? It's always important to take profits, right? Because you just never know how much lower things are going to go. If you pulled up a Fibonacci retracement, we're at 0.5. Could we drop to 0.618? Of course. So, yeah, again, nothing much for us to work with. So we're just going to move on from THETA. Virtual against USD. Virtual protocols. Virtual is okay. It's under the skinny pink line. That is not really that good. I suspect that virtual is still going to clear these cells More likely than not. But the chart pattern just really isn't that high quality. We would prefer. Again, I'm not too sure if we're going to be taking out these highs. Have we taken out these highs? No. Yes, we did. 8469. What's this? 8455. But we didn't close above it, you see. The skinny pink line acted as a resistance. Right. So technically, the trend is still bearish, and virtuals could still head lower. Lower to where? I suspect here first. Right. But the chart pattern just isn't there, so we're just going to move on from virtual. Grass against USD. Here we are for grass. Grass is... I'm not too sure what's happening with grass though. Grass, in my opinion, could still switch bullish here, becoming an ascending triangle. Bam! We hit higher towards $5. At the same time, if you were to drop lower, grass could be forming a descending triangle as we hit lower. So it all depends upon the wheels of grass. Do we want to continue lower, or do we want to zip higher first? Again, we would love to see more information first before making a bullish or bearish call, because it could still go both ways at this point of time, right? Yes, there's a very clear support over here, just like what happened previously here, right? We tested the support once, twice, 3 times, test, eventually we broke, right? Again, this is happening once, twice, 3 times, yeah. So I would say 3 knocks though, right? Wood, when knocked enough times, will break. So more likely than not, we could be breaking lower, clearing all these cells. So there's just nothing much for grass at this point of time. AIOZ against USD. AIOZ is in a rally. It's in a rally. But we have a clear target over here at 11 cents, which we made way back in March. So yeah, I still think there's more downside to come for AIOZ. We've completed a head and shoulders over here, right? Until we break back up clearly above the skinny pink line, we're expecting AIOZ to go 11 cents. And 11 cents will be a sweep of these lows. So more downside is to be expected for AIOZ. More likely than not, we're heading towards 11 cents. Sure, there's a rally right now, but I'm going to assume that the resistance line is going to hold, right? And the skinny pink line will probably be coming back down. So we do something like this. We come back down, bearish continuation, pump 11 cents for AIOZ. Right. The reason why I would prefer it to come down is because this whole thing could be a very, very big squeeze. Right. Could be bright future, but not now. Now is bearish. As long as we're under the skinny pink line, we will remain with a bearish bias for AIOZ. Akash Network is also down. We like both AIOZ and Akash's potential. I still think that Akash is going to hit here. The only thing about Akash is that the chart pattern is not too high quality. At this point of time, I don't think so. I still think we're going to drop lower for Akash, just that there's no chart pattern for us to work with. Golem, if you look at Golem is in a huge accumulation ever since bursting into the scene. So if you look over here, there's a very, very big squeeze here. Of course, there's also danger. We could still drop all the way down. Stranger danger. There's still danger for that happening, right? If you could just squeeze and break out, that'd be fantastic, right? But we're still not too sure for Golem. So yeah, another thing about Golem is that you see all these stray wicks here and there, which means that the volume is quite low, right? So yeah, again, I'll preach caution when it comes to Golem. Sure, we could squeeze and break out from here. We could still drop a little bit lower, clearing all these cells before reversal. But if I were to put on a trade for Golem, I will be late. I will wait for the strong rally first, wait for a retrace, and you'll find me making an entry like that. Not now. So yeah, there you go. That's my take for Golem. Alright, boys and girls, hope you guys enjoyed it. See you in the next one. Ta-ta.